Welcome aboard Starship Voyager. I'll be your captain, Jean-Luc Picard. You can call me Captain J. I'll be the captain of this starship. I'll be calling these shots. I'll be blocking anyone in the comments in the chat who acts up. And you can trust me to keep the bullshit at the starboard gate. That's where it will stay. In outer space. Okay. Okay, the Hierophant was the first card out, and I'm not sure where that reference came from, but it was coming through very strongly, and that's a personal mad crush of mine. I used to watch that show when I was a kid because I'm weird, and okay, so collective is feeling a very strong sense of self. Like your connection is very powerful right now. You're starting to see this is definitely the message I want to give if you don't hear anything else, is that the consistency that you guys have been doing, if you're putting in work every single day, that those are building blocks. And the divine is kind of showing you that right now, that a lot of these fears that we move through and these, like, is this thing gonna play out? Like, I always think about it with my kid too, because I separately do homeschool, and there's so much that I worry about, and I probably will always worry about because I'm a mom, where I'm like, is he getting the input? Is he getting this, whatever, that all that he needs? I know that there could be more, but regardless, like you see, it takes time, and that kids are, to me, like the perfect like example of that, especially mine, because he's not as verbal and not as like, you just don't see the results like you will with other kids. But over time, in the right time, things come together. And that's the other thing that's interesting about life too, is that it's like it comes in moments, but it's not the way that we want it. It's like it's always like a little bit different. Okay, if it gets out of hand, we'll be blocking people. Okay, we keep it PG-13 here. Okay. I'm getting from the masculine side that there's like a freaking out about finances. I think that's why that's coming up today, is that if you can, try to shift your focus to all of the effort that you've put in over time on stuff, and to remember that, like, I feel like doing this. Okay, this is what's coming to me, is it's like there's like, I've had a lot of moments where I'm like, oh God, here we go, I'm starting over again. And it had to be shown to me that it's like, you're just being ridiculous. Like, you're just being dramatic right now. Like, you're not actually having to start over. Like, everything that you've done didn't mean nothing. And I think that really helps to know that, because there is kind of that continuing to surrender and let go of things. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that every single seed that you planted isn't gonna grow into something. Like, it's gonna come together. It's just, I think for me too, because like I like being in control, and that has been one of the harder parts of this journey for me, is I'm like, I don't like not knowing how things are going to play out, and not knowing like how things are going to come together. Like, the lack of control has been really hard on me, but every time I surrender that and let go, it's like the information that you need will come to you, and it'll all kind of come together the way that it's meant to. That's kind of just like an acceptance. I will start blocking you guys if you guys can't participate correctly, okay? Don't call me by my first name, please. You can call me Captain J. All right. Gotta stay in character. Okay. Because they're saying that you guys are just messing with me. Why are you messing with me? Yeah, I'm getting that these fears are just kind of like, okay, because there's some emotional healing that's making you want to, this is very much like, it's funny that I'm not getting a lot from the feminine side. The feminines are in this Queen of Pentacles energy. So I think the feminines are just feeling grounded right now. Okay, I'm just trying to let it come together. So I think that for the masculines, I think that maybe some of the feminines have already been through this specific cycle or something, or it's just we're in different spaces. So I think that this, I know I'm letting too much time go by. I think that this kind of, there's some like heart healing that needs to happen, so that you cannot be, I guess this is something where it's like you've been taken advantage of a lot when it comes to money, and so that's something that like you're like, all right, these people took everything else, like they're not going to get my money or something like that. And because it's also kind of like stability. So this could be just like a test right now that it's just kind of giving like there's like a frustration because there's not like a plan. I'm trying to get something from like for like what could assist you guys. I think it's just this. I think it's probably just going to be a surrender. I think too, like if the feminines are in this space right now, there's a trust with like this. I always look at like the tree of life on it. There's a trust that she has that no matter what, the world, there's always abundance. So even if you're moving through a cycle of lack, it's like there's always this possibility of finding a new strategy. There's that need. I'm feeling that too, that there's like a need to find a new strategy. I don't have the answers for that, but that's probably going to be individual. Because I mean, there is a spiritual element with money, and I think it's something that we all have to work through our own, like, what's the word for it? Like wounds or whatever with that. Guys are doing everything possible. I just saw something about the trickster spirit. I'm very familiar with that one. Okay. My son is a double Mercury child. He's all tricks and some treats. Not really. He's mostly sweet, but he's definitely a trickster too. there is a need for a new strategy, because like there's this, you're like wanting to manipulate, because I'm just getting like a lot of anger. It's just like fed up with it. But we have this Hierophant. I'm gonna wrap it up. This Hierophant's out here upright, so I just think that you need to talk to, maybe you just need to talk to God about it, because like the way I would do it is gonna be is different, and I'm really not one to speak on this, so because this is what gives me stability, is going to God, and having talks with him every single day, especially because I'm doing this alone. So no, I don't even know what MTG is. I don't play any games other than the game of life. All right, you guys did shift me around some, but I love you, and I hope that helped some. I hope it gave you some inspiration. I've been warned. Whoa, I feel threatened. All right, have a good day, you guys. Bye.